who of you can say something about what etiquette is? Yeah? Okay. Yes, please.
It's kind of like the correct standards of behaviour and the way to conduct yourself publicly.
Yes, yes, yes. Is there another of you? Yes, please. Thank you.
Some attitude, maybe. I mean, beyond behavior. So it's also about what do you really think about your position.
Yes, yes. And what is the difference between etiquette and protocol? Because they're very important both, but you can't without etiquette, you can't without protocol. There are two pillars. That is what you also see, the Greece pillars on the screen. Yes, please.
In my understanding, I think protocol is more about a system, a list of things that we are supposed to follow, but etiquette is more ideological, I would say.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, this is a part of the introduction. Who do I train? Students, school children, diplomats and their partners and their spouses. Can you imagine when you've got a state banqueting and the diplomat is drinking the wine on a correct way, but the partner not sitting on the place of the most important person, then you can have some problems, actually. Who has been Googling me? No research? Who is JAAP van WEERING, who is going to speak on that Wednesday? No women have been. Have you been Googling me? Yes, and is what you see is what you get? Yes? Or much better? Okay, thank you, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, when you've got a question, please ask. A question is never strange, only the answer could be strange. These are, do you know the person, the gentleman that beside me? That's the former Minister of the Secretary of State, Dr. Bernard Bot, and he traveled also all over the world. And the students are from 11 ministries in Holland. And then you also see some school children, and this is at the museum night. So the field of the presentation is very wide, because when we're talking about etiquette and protocol, it is for everybody, for men, for women, for young and for old. And etiquette and protocol is not old, and we are talking now about modern protocol 2.0. Where does the word etiquette come from? King Louis XIV. Who is from France? Nobody from France? Don't be so shy. Nobody from France? Okay. Well, it was actually King Louis XIV from the Kingdom of France. He invented the word etiquette. And how did it exist? He had many guests, and during the parties, the dining parties, he discovered when they stayed at the castle that they walked over the lawn, and he didn't like that. So he asked his footmen and the servants to make a small, like this. Please keep off the grass. So that is where the word etiquette comes from. And it is, what is it? It is not much more than only behavior in social manners. When you don't understand the social manners, and it has nothing to do with your education, it has nothing to do with how much money your parents own on the bank account. It is from, how do you say it properly, inner refinement, which you can show in outer refinement. You can't say that the carpenter is less nice behaviored than an owner of a garage or something like that. Yeah? Any questions about etiquette and protocol now already? No? Okay. Well, this is actually what protocol is. A protocol is exactly what you... What's your name actually? Jack. Thank you, Jack. This is what Jack said a protocol is a rule which describes how an activity should be performed, especially in the field of diplomacy. In diplomatic service and governmental fields of endeavor, protocols are often unwritten guidelines. That's true. Protocols specify the proper and generally accepted behavior in matters of state and diplomacy, such as showing appropriate respect to a head of state, ranking diplomats in a chronological order, or the accreditation at court. So in the field of the diplomatic world, it is very, very important. Well, the first convention about protocols started in 1816 in Vienna, in Austria, and it was amended in 1961. But how did it exist? Why was there a need of protocol? Any idea? It started in Holland. We've got in Holland, we've got a lange voorhout, and that's a lane, and two carriages were approaching each other. The first carriage was of the French ambassador, and the second carriage was by the German ambassador. And they passed each other, but they didn't say goodbye. They didn't acknowledge, because the French ambassador said, I have to be greeted first by the German ambassador because my country is older, and the French ambassador said, I will be not greeted first to the German ambassador because my country is older. And that is the reason why that they started guidelines about protocol, and it's worldwide, and still 2019 it still exists, and it is very, very important to do that. Well, we see here Donald Trump, the President of the United States. What is Donald Trump doing here? And the other person is the Queen of England.
So he's walking alongside the Queen of England and slightly ahead of her, which is bad protocol. You're never supposed to have your back to the Queen.
Yes, but what is actually, what shows the picture? What is the ceremony? Yes, inspecting of the honor guard. And that's the reason why Donald Trump is not walking on the right side of the Queen, but on the left side. And why is that? So he can inspect the honor guard. I tell you later more about guiding people, escorting people. Very difficult, but also important. Flag protocol, very important as well. I haven't seen flags here, just a few. But outside the building, are there flags? Yes, from how many countries? You don't know. Oh. Well, flag protocol, it is very important to know how flag, the standard, because you can put it upside down. It was 2 years ago, there was the nuclear summit in Holland, and all the countries all over the world, they were up there, and some ambassadors discovered that the flag of their country, it was upside down. And what is the upper part of a flag? Do you know? There is a ring on it. And the under part, that is just a piece of 10 centimeters. So you have to know what is the upper part of the flag and what is the under part of the flag. Who is involved with flags? Nobody? Okay. Personal performance, very, very important. How do you introduce yourself? How do you give a handshake? And about in Asia, when we are in Japan, it is the bow session. Who's from Japan? Nobody from France? Nobody from Japan? Well, how international is it? Are you all from Bangkok? No, I know. Okay. I'll show you how you can make a good handshake. Who of you is playing an instrument? Yeah? What kind of instrument? Drums, okay. May I ask you to show something for me? It's very kind of you. Yes, okay, lovely. From which country are you from?
United States.
United States. Ah, okay, good. Well, suppose I'm a director of a company and you would like to apply for a situation. How do you introduce yourself and how do you give a proper handshake?
So, hi, my name is Christian.
Hello, JJ. Jan Jaap from sales. Okay. Well, not longer than 10 seconds. Not longer. Because when it's about lady, then it's more than 10 sexual word. It's not good. It's just 3 seconds and pumping 2 times. And you look into their eyes. And not this one, huh? Not the hand in your pocket. No, this is better. So, where's your coat? Where's your jacket?
It's right there on my...
Oh, why is that?
Because I'm hot.
Yeah, hot. Oh, well, making some jokes, and of course you make some jokes. But in a formal setting, it is also the host who will give permission to put out your jacket. But in this setting, we are playing with each other, and it is not that it is formal, but not that formal. But okay, that's fine. Why do you stand like this? Okay. When you introduce yourself, you say your name, your Christian name, your surname. I say Jan Jaap van WEERING, and then it is not correct to say you didn't say that on. Oh, hello JJ, or hello Jan Jaap. It is good afternoon, sir, or good afternoon, Mr. van WEERING. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. And then the other one, don't give a left hand. Why not the left hand? We are in Asia. The left hand is the dirty hand. When I go to my family in Indonesia, there's always a bottle with water on the toilet. And it's not because you are thirsty, no. It is with the right hand, we call it chabokken. With the right hand at the bum, and with the left hand you clean it. So don't give this hand. Even when the telephone is ringing, don't do this. Well, about the kiss and the hand kiss, thank you very much. Suppose we are saying goodbye this afternoon at 1700, and I'll give you a kiss or 3 kisses. What do you think about that? Because in Holland it's quite normal to give 3 kisses. But what do you think about it? Oh, hello, 3 kisses. Say goodbye. You don't like it, eh? No. I've been working 28 years for Shell with a lot of women, and especially in the first week of January, we have got the New Year's reception sessions. And then say, oh, JJ, we have to kiss 500 men, and I don't like them. I don't like the wet kisses. I can show you how you can anticipate on 3 kisses. May I ask you? Yes, or you? Yeah, of course. Yes, okay, okay. And what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Cassandra, and I'm from Australia.
From? Good, a lot of skippies here. But anyway, Cassandra, we are colleagues. We are working for a few years together. We share a room. And it is that Monday evening, and we are on the New Year's reception, and I'm going to give you 3 kisses. It's just no meaning, but like a hello, Cassandra, nice to meet you. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I step quite quick in your comfort zone. But now you'd like to kiss me. Try to kiss me 3 kisses, and I will show you how you can go. Okay. Okay. Yes, okay, come on. Okay. With my thumb on the hand, I place it here in the neighborhood of the heart. So step in. You can't, eh? No, you can't. No. So try again. You can't, eh? Okay. Say that. You've seen. Would you like to give us 3 kisses? And you have seen how, yeah? And you don't like to be kissed. Yes, yeah? Okay. Okay. When you are perform, then you close 2 buttons. It is the upper. Only the upper. Yes, only the upper.
I need to do something.
Oh yeah. Well, what a stomach. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, Susan, you don't like to be kissed, and you was waiting from 7 o'clock in the morning to give her the kisses. Okay. Cheerio. There we go. Yes. Okay.
So you kiss left?
Yeah. 3 times. Yeah. Try. Okay. Yes, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, okay.
No. No, no. just like that.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and step in.
Oh, nice. That is.
Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, thank you. Yeah, oh, there it's fine. It's fine. Thank you very much. Okay. Stay there. What about the hand kiss? When do you give a hand kiss? A Muslim woman, no hand kiss. The Queen of Holland, the Queen of England, don't give a hand kiss. And a pregnant woman, it has to be with hygiene. But when you give a hand kiss, it is always inside the house, inside the palace, not outside, and it's just like this. The man kiss the thumb, and not with the mouth. That's it. And that's very charming to do. Yeah? Okay. Another one. In a lot of countries, it is not done, and it is not in the system, and it is not in the culture to give a handshake. For instance, Muslim people, when you're wearing a burqa, and just only a small piece to look at each other. When you've got a madam in burqa, it is just stand up beside her. It is the hand on the heart, and when it's an elder person, when you expect it's an elder person, maybe slightly bow. But when the Muslim woman is very modern, dressed like this, you can give a handshake, but don't look into the eyes. You look into the hairline, not in the eyes, because Muslim people, Indonesian people, Japanese people, they don't like to be looking in the eyes. The Dutch directness is not appreciated, so you look into the hairline. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. You're thinking about, well, what has that to do with protocol? As I said, etiquette and protocol, they are two very important pillars. And most of the traditions are from the medieval period. Where does it come from, the military greeting, salute? Where does it come from?
It's the lifting up of the helmet with the knights.
Yes. Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia again. Well, I think we have got the keenest Australians here in this. It is from the medieval period. The knights, they had the armory, and they had a helmet, and on the helmet was a visor. And to say goodbye to each other, you have to lift up the visor. So that's why the military greeting from. Another one is, where does it come from that the most important person, it could be a VIP, it could be an ambassador, why is that person always walking on the right side of the person who is escorting or begeleiding him? Who knows?
Something to do with guarding the person with right hand.
Yes. In those days, a knight had a sword, and to protect himself when the enemy is coming over, he can protect himself and the person who is walking on the right side. There does it come from. Yeah, thank you. You've read a book about etiquette and protocol. Yeah, okay. Who is climbing stairs? Who goes first? The man or the woman? This is the man, not the woman, because it is from the time that every woman wore a skirt, you could under the skirt, and that is not done. So climbing stairs, the man goes first, and the woman will follow. And going downstairs, the woman will go first. Except in the occasion when the stairs are dangerous, then the man has to go as first. It's all about. And the other one about elevators. Suppose a man and a woman are waiting for the elevator, the doors open, and the elevator is empty. Who enters as first? The man or the woman of the elevator, of the empty elevator? The woman, yes. And why is that? Yes, and there comes by that there is no danger in the elevator because the elevator is empty. And then the man has to stand nearby the buttons. And it is better for a man to be aware that he could stay always in the side of the woman. Suppose it is a very hot summer day and there is a gentleman beside you, after you, and you... That's not fine, huh? So you have to anticipate it, gentlemen, to do it. About you all students, are the male students charming? What can you say about it? Are they okay? Yes? Yes? Can you give me an example? How do you see that on the day?
They're very friendly and polite and, yeah, very respectful, it seems.
Yeah, yeah. And especially special students?
Just in general, yeah.
Where are you from?
New Zealand.
Ah, New Zealand. Ah, okay, okay. I've been there 5 weeks.
Oh,
I love
nice.
it. I love it. Lake Tekapo.
Nice.
And now we are having a chat. There's nothing for you. Okay, later on. Later on. Okay, yeah. Entering a restaurant. Who will enter as first the restaurant, even in the occasion when the woman pays the bill? Who enters as first the restaurant? The man. And why is that? To see when it's safe. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's true. This is elementary. This is basic etiquette, and it has a lot to do with protocol. Yeah. Where does the word protocol come from? Somebody from Greece? It is from the Greece ancient times. Protocol comes from the word protocolum, and that means that was the pergament, where the mayor, the burgomaster, the major, wrote down how his staff, people has to behave. So there comes the word protocol vanaf. So you know the word etiquette, King Louis XIV, and protocol from Greece. Any questions about these subjects? Yes.
Should the cheeks touch, or should it be far away?
Well, in Holland, in the continent it's fine, but not abroad. No. Have you experienced that?
We in our countries we greet each other as women from the cheek.
Yeah.
But it's not 3 times, it's more.
Yeah.
And we touch the cheek.
Yeah.
It's not,
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. Sorry. Yeah?
I was just wondering, like, you know, there's sort of like a standard idea that men open doors for women as a traditional thing. But then how do you reconcile that with men going ahead of women? Do you do both of them, or should you preference one above the other?
Thank you very much. Well, it depends of the situation. Very important is that you have to realize every person is authentic. And when you are in a situation of you enter in a building or a conference hall, you don't know, you meet a reception, you have to stay with yourself, by yourself. And when you are doing something because you've heard something, but you don't know where it comes from, the origin, then it's not good. But when you're talking about etiquette, when you're talking about protocol, it is for everybody. When you leave your house, when you enter a building, when you meet up, etiquette and protocol is working. Yes? Universal, global. Yes.
I was just wondering, would you be able to demonstrate the kiss block thing for people here, because we couldn't see it, and it'd be useful to
The 3 kisses.
So how do you stop someone from doing it, because we couldn't quite catch it.
Oh, okay. Well, shall we do it? Shall we do it upstairs? Yes, okay. Follow me, please. Again. So, it's actually this way. Come over here. Yeah. You'd like to kiss me? Okay. And I've got your hand, and try to step in.
Okay.
So I place my thumb on this hand, and I place it, position it nearby the heart. So try to step in.
Yeah.
It can't, huh?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, right, the other way, it's a compliment when a man likes to kiss a woman, or not? Yeah, don't make it too complicated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay.
I was wondering if, because particularly female ambassadors, I feel like they would have broken a lot of glass ceilings with the gender roles and things like that over time. I was wondering if you ever find that
a lot of these protocols they actually don't appreciate as much because they're trying to break some of those things and be seen on an equal level rather than always having the man go first, or if protocols have changed over time?
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you very much for this question. Well, you're talking about how modern is it, and is it not old-fashioned? I think it's not old-fashioned because it is about tradition, and it is about, well, paying respect to each other, respect with capitals written. And of course it changed. In the old days when you go to China and when you accept a gift or you give something a present, it was not done to open it because it looks greedy. But in these days, when you offer a Chinese person a gift, it could be everything, not a watch. A watch is the dead, and not wrapped in white or black paper because that's the dead. And thing is, in these days, they open it, they make a picture of it, and it goes viral by Facebook and Twitter. That's new, and that is modern etiquette. But what actually would you like to say? Is it changing? Yes, it's changing, but not abruptly. Is that an answer on your question? Okay, thank you for your question. Any more questions? Because there is a question time. Yeah.
My question is similar to the question that she had. So with the way the world is changing and gender equality and like people advocate for gender equality, there's men who don't want to like pay the bills, or like, because you mentioned something about paying the restaurant bill. So what's your take on that? Like, is it, you know, with a gender equal, with the world moving to gender?
Oh yes, I know your question because in Holland it is a highlight in the media. Do you know the term tikkie? Do you know what a tikkie is? Well, suppose you are on a dating site and you're going to meet up with a man or with a woman, and in Holland, in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, it's quite normal to discuss before who will pay the bill. Shall we go in Dutch? Or Dutch treat? We are famous about that. But in my opinion, I'm 60, but I'm not old-fashioned. When I invite a woman for lunch or for dinner, I pay the bill. And the second time, maybe when the woman offers, okay, thank you very much for this, that you have been hosting me, but next time it will be on my account, it will be my treat. And that is the thing about etiquette. A man, give him a chance to be charming, to be polite. And in these days, we're talking about gender, and nowadays, in the old days, when there was an invitation, it was the officers and the ladies and the non-commissioned officers with the woman, and no, that doesn't work. It is nowadays, what is the solution? What word instead of spouse or partner? Yes, that's right, yeah. So the word partner covers everything. And now talking about who pays the bill, well, I'm not old-fashioned, but the first time I pay the bill. And the second time it's all up to the lady, if there is a follow-up, because we are talking now about the date. But did I give an answer? Yeah? Okay. Any more questions? Ah, yes.
Sorry, my question is also related to the kissing part, because I'm actually been placed in I won't say many, like a few situations where because I guess in a sense I'm still a bit conservative in the sense like I don't like but I've been in a situation where they actually kiss and like since it's already committed already, like do I just I don't know. Do I retract back or do I just, I don't know, this is the thing, because I don't know what's the proper etiquette.
Well, when you are climbing the first stairs of the ladder, when you are just in the lower ranks, you are just starting, please look around and don't be the first person who will give a kiss and don't give an handshake, because in the formal setting, it is always the most important person, and it is for 3 days. And there has to be sold a ship, or there has to be a signed a contract. And the CEO of the most important person, the decision maker, didn't give an answer in the 2 days. Don't ask as a third person or a CFO, and what do you think about it? Don't do that, because we are talking about doing business. And when you do business, you have to be patient, especially here in Asia. Dutch people, we are very direct. The Dutch directness is very famous. We'd like to print an A4 paper, and then we say, please sign here. No, no, no. You go dining, lunching, 6 times dining, drink some booze, and talk about family, not about business. And then maybe after the 16th course, or maybe with a cup of coffee in the lobby, with a glass of Armagnac, cognac, or a Tia Maria, or Baileys, then you can do the business. And that is actually, you have to be aware, don't push people into a position. And then we are talking about diplomacy, you're talking about protocol. And you can't without etiquette, you can't without protocol, you can't, what is the definition of a good diplomat? Who knows? There's an English version. Yeah? Do you know the definition of an English, of a diplomat? Yeah, yes, okay. Please, loud and clear, please.
Wait.
Yes, we are in a learning session here.
I think diplomacy is about international relationships and how to build the skills and talk to people. I think that's it.
Yeah.
What a diplomat do.
Yeah, yeah. And the words, I miss one word, respect.
Respect, yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
you
From
so
which
much.
country are you?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Ah, yes, okay. So, what do we see here? Who's the lady and who's the gentleman? Yes, and he's very, very rich. Very rich. But this is an in-house lecture, so I showed you this picture. Don't talk about. We can also talk about Chatham House rule. What does it mean, Chatham House rules? This is an in-house lecture. Chatham House rule. Chatham House was an house in London at St. James's Square, and the politicians came together. And they could talk about things, but they never mentioned a name. So it's also good. I can show you this picture, but don't say JJ from Holland, he said that Bill Gates, he's not well-mannered. But of course, it is not well-mannered. But they also say that when you belong to the very, very rich of the world, you can do everything. Do you know Mr. Agnelli? The director of Fiat automobile cars. In the old days, he wore a pullover, and he had a necktie, and the necktie was over the pullover, and his wristwatch was over the pullover, because he said, otherwise you don't see my necktie, and otherwise you don't see my wristwatch. Okay. Business cards. Yes, okay. Who's carrying a business card? How do you give a business card? Always with the... Yes, in Asia with both hands, but in Europe it is always with one hand, and always the right hand and not the left hand, because I explained the left hand is the dirty hand. Now, who has got a business card? Yeah, with the picture on it? Because it's in Asia, it's quite common to have a picture of the person. I've got thousands business cards, but I can remember a few faces from now and later on. But it could be easy to put a picture on the business card. But in Holland, it's not common to do that. But when you read here in Singapore an obituary of the person who passed away, it's quite normal to place a picture of the person in the announcement. Yeah? And that is the difference with Europe, the continent, and with Asia. But that's the reason why that you have to be aware that when we're talking about crossing cultures. And you have to respect every culture. Oh yes. Nobody from Japan? No, who have been in Japan? Okay. Is there also a male person from Japan? Okay. May I ask you to come over? Yeah, sure. Not from Japan, but anyway. Okay. Would you please be so kind and to hold my microphone? Yeah. I'll show you how you can. Yeah. Again, yes, again. Okay. Would you have you got the business card? Okay. So you can have my business card now. This is my business, so maybe we stay here. It is the bow session, and thank you very much that you will follow. When you bow in Japan, it starts with 50 degrees, and then it goes to 35 degrees, and the person who is the most important person will bow less than the person who is actually not in the higher. And about the card, it goes, the most important part goes over the other one. And it's also with the text in person. We are now in Japan, and for man, it's like this, and for woman, it's like that. So, now we go, and I am the highest person. Well, much more, I am more important. You read the card. Are you the big JJ? You are more than direct. So, yes? Yeah? Thank you very much. So it's a very serious ceremony. The Japanese people do understand that. Thank you very much. The people from the continent don't understand the bow session, but when you go to Japan and you are going to deal, then it's very important to know how the bow session works. Yeah? It was just a little demonstration how to do that. Dress codes. What am I wearing? How do you call it? What is this dress code? It is in England called lounge suit. In America, informal, of business attire, and normally all over the world, tenue de ville. And this is tenue de ville. It's black shoes, leather face with bootlaces, and also socks, stockings up to the knee. Not like that, because a lot of Dutch men will with the ankles on the knee, and then you see some white skin, hairy. It's not nice. So you have to do it, not the short socks. And then, of course, a white shirt or a light blue shirt, but not a shirt with buttons. And for the ladies, you always wear closed pumps, not open pumps. And what is the minimum heel height of a pump? 3.5 centimeter, and maximum is 7 centimeter. About jewelries and all the things, not too much. And for the gentlemen, not a tie pin. It's very easy. When you are a bus driver, it's comfortable, but if you are not a bus driver, don't wear a tie pin. And the other one, when you've got black shoes, you've got also a black watch strap, and when you've got the belt, it has to be black. But I've not a belt. I've just side adjusters. This is what the tailor made. And the other one is the color of the lining. It's red. It is red of the beret of the Marines, and my registration number is in it. It is a tailor-made suit. It was not that expensive, but it is very important for me that these things that you can show it on a masterclass. Yeah? Okay. And about the tie, well, is it modern to wear a necktie? It shows respect, huh? A necktie. But it depends of the occasion. When nobody is wearing a necktie, you can be overdressed. And it makes distance, and it's not the meaning. So when nobody of you is wearing a necktie, I won't wear it. But I was asking to the host, what is required dress code? It is lounge suit, then it's fine. And when you are, make a follow-up of the dress code, you respect the person who invites you. Yeah? And the other one is national dress. Yeah, some people from India, Nepal. Where, yeah. Who's from Nepal? Where are you, my friend? Ah, there you are. What is the national dress of Nepal? Huh? Sorry? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. And what are the main colors?
We have a traditional hat.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay.
A similar sort of skirt-like dress that's white.
Yeah.
We have a overcoat on top of it.
Yeah. Thank you for this explanation. And it's very important to know when the dress code is lounge suit, business attire, or tenue de ville, that you may show up in national dress as well. Yeah. Morning dress. This is the most formal dress what you can wear on the day till 6 o'clock. When I married a lot of years ago, I was in morning dress. And when the gentleman is wearing a black top hat, the lady can wear a hat. And you keep the hat on in the church as well, and also during the lunch, because on that moment, till 1800 hours, the hat is part of the hair. So you keep it on. Well, this is me, London, troop in the colour. I am chairman of the Queen's Birthday Parade Party of the Netherlands, and I have been spectating the Queen's Birthday Parade in London for 39 years. So it will be next year 40 years, and the dress code is morning dress. And you see here my French fellows in the cavalry, and what we see here, this is the waistcoat. Yeah. Funny picture or not? Is it old-fashioned? No. What is it? It is tradition. It is tradition, and it is ceremony. And God bless, Allah bless, because it still exists. Now, where's that? Last week, what was it? Ascot, Ladies' Day. And the lady with the napkin on the head, it's wonderful, isn't it? The people can make, in England, they do understand how to dress fancy for the occasion. Yeah? Who's got a dinner jacket? Who of you? Dinner jacket? No, okay. It's in the board at home. Who's got more? Black tie. Black tie? And you, Lako? Yeah. Yeah. And you, Kim? Black tie? Yes, okay. So, black tie, you can wear it after 1800 hours. And it's very important to know, will for the lady it be a long or a short evening shirt, so skirt. And it is difficult, not difficult when it's a gala dinner party, it is always a long shirt. For the gentleman, important, the bow tie. A true gentleman can bow his bow tie. This is what I mean with the bow tie. With two hands in the dark. And the Queen of England, she'll see about 100 feet when it's an artificial one. You know, so nylon one. You take a gas lighter to it, it'll say woof. Okay. White tie. White tie is the most, yes, elite dress code for the evening. And when there is a state banquet, and we've seen here during the inauguration of the King of Thailand, this could be the dress for a diplomat. And the dress code is always for the man, and the woman has to change it. Huh? But when it's white tie, the woman is always in a long skirt. And then you may show the family yours. Invitations. It's very important to read an invitation. Suppose the reception is from 1700 to 1900. At what time will you arrive? It's from 17 to 1900. At what time will you arrive? 1630, 30 minutes later. And who says, say again, please? Before. 60 minutes before the... Ah, no. Well, maybe you are from? UAE. Yeah, United Arab Emirates. And the reception is from 1700 to 1900, so you will arrive an hour earlier. Yeah, yeah, PM. Yeah. Yeah, well, that is too early. Yeah, it is better to about 15 minutes later. But in the Latin American countries, who's from South America? Nobody from South America, just Australia, Nepal, and okay, no. Well, you have to respect the details on the invitation. What is the occasion? Is it a luncheon party or is it a dinner party? When there is a dress code required, you have to study on it. You can Google it. It's very important. Otherwise, we have got 6 dress codes and that is not good. And there's also an RSVP. What does it mean, RSVP? Yes, répondre s'il vous plaît. It means when is requested to acknowledge the attendance, you have to send an email before a time. And regrets only, that's British. In the occasion you cannot attend the luncheon party or the reception, then you reply. Yeah, thank you for the invitation, but you can't, how do you say that? You can't attend. You can't make it, yeah, okay. Okay. And is it then important to explain why you can't make it? No. Okay. And writing a thank you letter. Who has written a thank you letter the last month? Yeah, okay. You wrote a thank you letter for what occasion?
For my boss.
For your boss? Okay, what did your boss tell you that you are so thankful?
No, I had to write it on his behalf.
Oh, okay. And what was the occasion?
He was attending a award ceremony as a formal speaker.
Okay. Can you, when you speak, say again, please?
My boss was attending a award ceremony as a speaker.
Oh, as a speaker. Okay, thank you very much. Where are you from?
Sydney, Australia.
Well, that's a variation, Sydney, Australia. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. We're talking about cross-cultural awareness. We are talking about cross-cultural awareness. Are there countries where questions are over to describe? Ah, yes, and from which city from Belgium are you?
Well, actually, I'm Thai, but I'm also half Belgian from Ghent.
Ah, from Ghent, yes. I am also visiting lecturer there as well for the university. And I can tell you this about Belgium, if you know where it is. It's the country of the Holland in the Netherlands. Belgian people say always yes, but it is not the yes. They say 6 times yes. And the first time is, okay, I acknowledge we're talking. The second yes is from, okay, I like you. And the third yes is from, well, we talk about it. And the fourth and the fifth yes is during a lunch of a dinner party. And talking about Germany, who's from Germany? Kein Deutsches hier in der Zaal? Kein Deutsche Leute? No, okay. German people, even Russian people, they are quite formal. When you make acquaintance, when you meet up, it is a dark suit and not a fancy shirt with red stripes, because then they take you serious. And for the countries as Belgium, Germany, Russia and Switzerland, you always have to wear a wrist watch, because it shows you that you're accurate. You can say, well, I've got a smartphone, I can see the time, but it is very important to wear a wristwatch, because you can watch on the clock. Oh, we're running out of time. Is it all right, Lakal? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're talking about Indonesia. In Indonesia, when you attend a dinner party, don't say too much. When the most important person, the Bapa, the Tuan Besar, speaks, everybody will listen to him. But don't have job talk during the meal, because in Indonesia a dinner party is harmony model, and it means you have to respect the food, so you have to eat, and not as a Dutchman to say some words and that everybody is looking at it. We call it chop talk. Don't do that. No. And about China, what about China? Be patient. And when you've got a dinner party with Chinese people, it could be 16 courses. And it will be very, very nice indeed when you can handle chopsticks. But I will show that on the Friday when we are having dining etiquette in the building. Chinese people, when you have got the glass, in China they will fill it up with alcohol, with wine. And when you propose a toast, and this is your glass, and your opponent is a very important Chinese host person, and you propose a toast, it is actually from the heart, up on the nose, but not this way. But when the Chinese person is doing this, don't raise your glass higher than of the Chinese person. That's not good. And you have to drink it in one time. We call it, how do you call it in Latin? Ad fundum. But I won't do that. This is not vodka. This is just water. Yeah. About Japan. What do you know about Japan? Eating with black chopsticks. I'll show it you Friday. And any questions about these countries? Because there are more countries. Yeah? No other countries? Okay. Yes.
I just had a quick question about that. You said no tie clip for the suit. Is that because it's too formal? And also the handkerchief in the pocket?
Thank you for this remark about tie clips, about pins. Less is more. On the moment, I wear a tie clip, a tie pin, and I've got some pins of my favorite football club and all the things. Don't do that. Less is more. And even for the women, are you on the day? Don't use too much jewelries. And what is the maximum jewelry by a funeral? Do you know what to wear as a woman? A pearl. And what kind of color pearl? No, gray. Because that symbolizes the tear. Nobody knows that, but that's the explanation. Any questions about cross and cultures, madam?
So, what about like cufflinks when it comes to business attire? When is it, or any attire? When is it okay to wear cufflinks? And also,
Okay. Well, and your name is? From which country? United Kingdom. Ah, wonderful. Jeanette asked about cufflinks. I wear cufflinks, and you can wear cufflinks when your shirt is provided with double cuffs. And what cufflinks do I wear? Of the fleur de lis. And the fleur de lis, that is the flower of King Louis XIV. So my dress is for the presentation about protocol and etiquette. So the cufflinks of the fleur de lis. Okay. Who wears cufflinks? Ah, what kind of cufflinks are they?
Just like gold ones.
Okay, that's right. It is silver.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that is, from which country are you?
From Australia.
You are joking. Oh, yeah. Okay, lovely. About cufflinks, when your shirt is provided with double cuff, then you can wear it, and otherwise I won't do it. But it is a nice accessory. I've got 100 pairs of it. Okay. We're going to reception, attending reception. Who've been attending a reception this week? Yeah? What kind of reception was it? Engagement party. And from Australians? Pardon? Oh, Maldives. You're from the Maldives. Oh, okay. Lovely. Thank you very much. Well, reception and networking. It's about a formal reception, a business reception, and it means don't drink too much and don't eat too much, and dress for the occasion. So when the reception starts at 1500, it's better to arrive at 15:15, not at 1500 or not a quarter before. And don't overstay your visit. On the moment they are hovering and they are cleaning the room, you have to say goodbye. In the occasion, you're talking with the most important person, then the most important person, will give you permission to go. And if there is a guest of honor, don't leave the room, the building, when the guest of honor is still in the room. That is basic etiquette. About do's and don'ts. When you are attending a reception, you keep always the glass in the left hand, so you've got a dry right hand, and that is the hand to give a handshake. And I'll show you something. How can you approach a very important person? Your boss said you have to speak to that gentleman or to that lady because he or she is very important. How can you disturb on a pleasant way? How can you draw your attention? May I ask you? You? Yes? Yes, you, please. And I ask you? Come over here to the arena, please. Yes, you. Yes. Yeah, you. No, the gentleman, you. Yes, yeah, he's eager to go. Okay. Well, demonstration. Would you like to stay here? You, the lady in the middle? You here? Yeah. On this side? Okay. No. And would you like to ask my attention? You are here in the reception area, and I am the very important person. So how would you ask my attention? You are still there. So, nice reception, huh? Are you here for a long time? Yes? Okay, yeah, it's you. Yeah. Where are you from?
West Australia.
Australia as well, and you? Switzerland. Can you yodel out? Can you?
No, I can't.
You can't. Okay. Well, come over. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. How do you do that? Yeah. Yeah. Have you been to Switzerland?
I've been to Germany. I speak a bit of German.
Oh, okay.
My dad's Swiss.
Your dad is Swiss. Oh, okay. What a coincidence. And what kind of pin is that? Oh, I want that. Have you got a spare one?
The gift shop.
Yeah? At the bookshop here? The gift shop? Oh, okay. Must I pay for that?
150.
Oh, yeah. So what are you doing? Are you listening? Are you MI5 field operations?
No.
No, you're laughing at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No. Okay. Now you are the most important person.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to stay there? And then I will show you. No, you stay there and have a chat. No, talk with them. And I will show what you can do. When you are a professional, you make this movement, and you are standing up beside the person you'd like to speak. And of course, he is a professional reception visitor. He looks at me because I look at him. And then you acknowledge, and I acknowledge, and then I go away. It's okay. And you can do that 2 times, but don't do that 5 times. But don't stand like this and listen. Okay. But in the occasion, due to your bridal, you can also, JJ, may I introduce you to George? And then I give you a handshake. And it's fine, and then we are together. But not standing here, sorry, excuse me, may I ask you something? Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for this. Okay, yeah? But you, keep on standing, thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, yeah? And I've got another one. No, you can go. Yes, thank you, you can go as well. Thank you, yeah. How to say, that's fine, thanks. How to say goodbye to a person you don't like? Huh? So, what's that? Your shaving machine is on holiday? And, you said this morning. And what about the 2 hands in your pocket? Are you wearing brown shoes? What happened to you? Well, okay. You can say goodbye 4 ways. The first one is Okay, it was nice to meet you. That was very short. The other one, it was nice to meet you. I've got a question for the host, so you walk around. The other one is, I'm going to catch some people. And the best one is, it was nice to meet you. May I introduce you to my friend? That's yours, drinking water. Yeah, okay, okay. But why are you standing with the hands in your pocket?
Out of habit.
A habit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but as a diplomat, it's not good, huh? Okay, what's your name?
Julian.
Joey. Thank you very much, because you are a very brave man to stand up in this arena. Thank you very much. Any questions about receptions and networking?
You were saying that when you were approaching someone and you want to talk to them, but they were talking with other people, that you go around and you make eye contact with them.
Yes.
What if they're really distracted and they can't make eye contact with you like the whole night?
Then it's over.
Then you can't talk to them.
Yeah, there's no problem. Yeah, okay. Then you get drunk. Yeah? Okay. Okay. No, that's it. But is it logical or not? What will be the solution for you to do? Because you are eager to speak to the person, you'd like to be introduced to that person, but it's difficult to get the fetch because he's important and talking like a speaking clock.
I think I would either find someone who maybe knew them to introduce me to them, or wait until they're not like in the middle of a discussion if they're moving around, and then maybe politely come over and introduce myself.
Yeah, but that is very good. You are thinking about it. It's not black and white. It's about etiquette, and etiquette means there are different ways, there are variations to approach something or to handle something. Some men, they like it to give a firm handshake to a woman. Don't do that, because the best one is, wonderful, you've closed you tied your jacket, it is just like that. And how does it feel? How does it feel? It's good, huh? And about this?
Oh, no, that's not good.
No, okay, say I.
I.
Okay, okay. But this has also to do with inner refinement. Don't give a firm handshake. This is enough, just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Is that the answer?
Oh, yeah, that's the answer. Because, like, someone could really just, like, because in high school, my year coordinator said, do this, like,
no.
So like
this is not respectful, and this is a very difficult handshake. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
And the other one is when you take this one, please.
Yeah.
This one. Don't do that. There is a picture that Donald Trump is handshaking with President Macron of the Republic of France, and he also kisses his wife like that. That's rude. Don't do that. No. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You're a funny man. Thank you.
Yeah. So like, sorry, I just got one more. So do you go in like that, like you're
just like
polite?
Just like this. Just like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank
Okay. Thank you too. Thank you too.
I just had a question about leaving in a group conversation where you're not directly having a conversation with the most important person, somebody else is doing that. There are like 3 or 4 of you, and I'm not really part of the conversation, but I have been, and I want to go to a new group, and I just sort of want to be like thanks and bail, but but I'm not. You're busy, so I don't want to interrupt your conversation with the person. I sort of just want to back away, but I'm not sure how to like do that exit. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah. Well, it is. Thank you for this question, and I'd like to try to give an answer because there are a lot of variations on the subject. The thing is, don't be rude. Try to be polite and don't lose your patience. And that means when you have to go to another group on the reception, a reception is networking, and it doesn't mean that you talk about 1 hour with the same person. You talk about 5-6 minutes, and suppose you've got a reception attended by 200 people. You can't speak all the 200. So my advice is, please try to find the persons when they are not talking. And the most important thing is know something about the person. Look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the most, social media, LinkedIn is the most professional network in the world. There's about 400 billion people are connected in the world. 4 billion in Holland. So can you imagine Australia and all the countries? Let's connect on LinkedIn. I've got on LinkedIn a group. It's called the Distinguished Etiquette and Protocol Group. And I've got, I think, tonight about 1,000 forum members. So maybe it's nice to be linked, and I'll invite you then for my group. So a question from that side. Yeah.
So my question is that when you are invited to a dinner, you know, like a very formal dinner with the most senior person, how do you sit? You know, where did you sit on?
It is about the seating plan. Well, first, thank you for this question. I'm going to answer. It's about dining etiquette, and dining etiquette when you attend a formal lunch or a dinner party and you don't know which tableware you use, look around or wait a few seconds and then you look. It is always with the cutlery, it's from out to in. With the glasses, it is the glasses on the right side are yours, and then the side plate for the bread is on the left side. But people are complaining. What do they say? Well, my neighbor on the right side drinks my wine, and the lady on the left side finishes my bread. So can you say to the people, hey, when you're finishing my bread, are you finishing your own bread? No, don't do that. It could happen. Respect, don't do it. But dining etiquette, the first handling is always, when everybody's sitting, place the napkin on the lap, because that is the sign, the signal for the servants to serve the first course. But later more about dining etiquette on the Friday, or on the dining etiquette Friday? Yeah? Okay. More about that, because we are running out of time. Yes?
Sorry, just one question. Maybe not only for formal. When you're invited to a dinner party, are you always expected to take something with you for the person?
No. Suppose your first employer or your boss invites you for a dinner party, private dinner party at home, and he will introduce the partner, not the woman or the man. No. Then you bring nothing. The first time, nothing. And especially no flowers and no wine. Because with wine you can say from the wine what you are presenting is not good, my wine is better. And about flowers, suppose there are roses, you have the lady or the partner has to take care of the flowers. You can send flowers in advance, the day before or after. But the first time, nothing. Oh, did you know that? Second time, it's okay, it's fine. Chocolate, maybe some whiskey, but be aware of Muslims, they don't drink alcohol. It's very important that the choice of the gift, of the attention. Yeah. Did I answer your question? Okay. Dining etiquette, Friday, much more. Here are some rules, but we are going to discuss that or demonstrate that during the lunch. And I've been instructing guests of the Dutch king who are invited for the dinner party when the Dutch king became 50. And questions like from, I don't like salmon. Can I say that to the king? And I don't like white wine. May I ask for red wine? All questions when you are invited and you don't like something, you can refuse, but don't ask for something else. Don't do that. Yeah. These are my mottos. Be polite, it costs you nothing, and people will always remember. True or not true? Yes, especially after this masterclass. Eh? Okay. The other one, you have only one chance to make a good impression. Any idea how many meetings or meetups are needed to well, that the person, oh, well, he's a good person. How many times you have to meet up again when you made a bad impression, not a good impression? 5 to 7 times. And the last one, it takes 3 generations to make a lady or a gentleman. That's from Margaret Thatcher. Who was Margaret Thatcher? The Iron Lady, the Prime Minister, female of England, and she said it takes 3 generations to make a lady or a gentleman. When you're talking about social manners, you can learn it. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for your attentions, and especially the many questions. So protocol, etiquette, it lives here in this building. Thank you very much for your attendance. It's very nice of you to give an applause, but I'm not an actor. Eh? Okay. Thank you.